Coming to you live from the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden here in New York City. We are just 6 nights away from the Survivor Series. I am your host, and this is what we have in store for you tonight. A 6-man tag featuring the Legend Killer Randy Orton teaming up with M.V.P. and the Gold Standard Shelton Benjamin, and they will take on the team of John Morrison, the Charismatic Enigma Jeff Hardy, and the Intercontinental Champion, the Animal Batista. That's right here tonight on Monday Night Raw. And look at your main event. The WWE Champion John Cena teams up with the Big Red Machine Kane, and they will face the ECW Champion, the Big Show, and the #1 contender Rey Mysterio. All that here and more tonight, live on Monday Night Raw. Competitively crowd, sellout crowd here at Madison Square Garden as the road to Survivor Series continues here tonight. Glad you can join us. But we're gonna kick things off with Mr. Kennedy in action.
On the way to the ring from the Batista State, Wisconsin, Mr. Kenda.
As you see, Mr. Kennedy makes his way to the ring. He is set to go one-on-one with a man he knows very well. The one and only rated R Superstar Edge. This is a return back from the Great American Bash. And we wonder how Mr. Kennedy will fare in this one.
You think you know me?
Glad you can join us here on Monday Night Raw. Well, we haven't seen the rated R Superstar in about a month. The last time we saw him, he allowed Rey Mysterio, his tag team partner at the time, to pick up the pinfall over the WWE Champion John Cena and his opponent here, Mr. Kennedy. They'll be facing each other one-on-one for the first time since the Great American Bash. And the way Mr. Kennedy has been rolling as of late, Edge better watch out here tonight. Alright, here we go. Earl having the official for this opening contest. Of course, Mr. Kennedy, as of late, like I said, wins over the #1 contender and the WWE Champion. In recent weeks, of course, wasn't able to do that last Monday night. And he's looking to get back on track here. And a huge hip toss by Edge as we coming to you live from New York City, Madison Square Garden, the birthplace of WrestleMania. As tonight, the road to the Survivor Series continues. We got a huge go-home show here for you tonight. Big right hand by Mr. Kennedy. And for those that's been buzzing about the news that took place over on SmackDown, Raw is going to come back here tonight with an answer concerning to the traditional Survivor Series matches. As you see, Mr. Kennedy with that huge suplex on the floor here, which the Knicks and the Rangers play on. Power driver by the rated R Superstar. All the latest news and action right here tonight. Not just concerning Raw, concerning all 3 shows. If you're just tuning in, John Cena will team up with the Big Red Machine Kane to take on the ECW Champion, the Big Show, and Rey Mysterio. You gotta wonder what either team coexists here tonight. Low blow by Mr. Kennedy on the outside, as Kennedy taking the fight early on to the rated R Superstar, as now Slides back into the ring. Gets hit with a right hand and down he goes. And the other goes to this opening contest. And Edge now looking to capitalize. Doing too much Tony. Gets hit with that right hand yet again. Irish whip off the ropes. Plants him with that flapjack. And Kennedy taunting the crowd here in New York City. Right hand. Back and forth. Fill out process going on here. And Edge wasting no time. Perhaps that's the opening he needs to get back into this matchup. In addition to that tag team match, we have a triple threat tag team match scheduled here tonight. As Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase, Team Priceless, will take on the team of Teddy Hart, David Hart Smith, the Hart Dynasty, and D-Generation X. That's his schedule here tonight as well. That's the huge tag team event I told you about moments ago, featuring 4 men that will face each other for their respective championships at the Survivor Series. As now, is he going for a spear? He's got him. Let me know she wrote.
1, 2 count.
And a near fall. I thought that was 3. I thought Edge had Kennedy yet again here. And a missile drop kick out the top rope, top turnbuckle. And let's see if Kennedy can get back into this match. Got hit with the spear. That might have motivated Kennedy to get back into this match. It should have. No question about that. Perhaps his winning ways has run out here. Been lucky as the last I've been telling you if you've been watching the shows lately. You know exactly what I'm talking about here. Too close to the rope. And a neck breaker by Mr. Kennedy. What will take place here as this is the final stop. The road to the Survivor Series here on Monday Night Raw. There's a forearm shot directly to the face. What will happen here tonight? What message will be sent? Who will get out of control? Won't anybody get out of control? And Mr. Kennedy gets a 1 count for his troubles. Kennedy now. Here we go. That Lambo leap. And he just hit.
1.
The mic check not too long ago. He got a 1 count off of that. Got 2 right there. It's a little too early going high risk for that Kenton bomb.
1.
And a 1 count right there. And Mr. Kennedy's about to do a whole lot more than that if he wants to put down the former multi-world heavyweight champion and WWE champion. Swinging neck breaker. And Kennedy now. He's feeling it here. This sellout crowd in Madison Square Garden. There it is again. The mic check. This is all she wrote.
1, 2 count.
And a near fall for Kennedy. Shayla, what happened just moments ago when Edge hit the spear? Getting a near fall. And Edge now coming back. Was looking to come back before getting that knee into the midsection. Irish whip into the corner. Flying wheel kick does not connect. But a right toe kick does. And Edge, as long as he's been in the business, should be where he is in the ring. Was not. Edge now with a back body drop.
1.
Going for the cover. And on 1 count only for his troubles. Edge should be very aware of where he is in the ring. As many as he's been in the business, like I said before. And Kennedy comes back with a back body drop. And I get called for the rope break. Talking about Edge In case you're just tuning in, this is your opening contest on the go-home edition of Monday Night Raw. On a night when we will see the WWE Champion take on the ECW Champion. And here we go. He's going for the Kenton bomb, and he hits this. All bets are off, and Kennedy will be victorious. He hits it. Earl Hebner. Two. And kick out at 2 by Edge. And a ready-to-go superstar kicks out of the Kenton bomb. With a toe kick to the midsection. But back up to a vertical base is the ready-to-go superstar. Has the sleeper hold applied, and down goes Edge. And Kennedy now. What else can he do here in this matchup? He was back at the Great American Bash, but Trish Stratus and Edge former alliance is basically let it be known that they were going to be the most dominant male and female combo in all of the CAWFed Nation, not just here on Raw, as well as SmackDown and ECW. Trish fulfilled her part, and here we go. Down he goes. One, two, no! Edge again kicks out. The Lambo leap. And Mr. Kennedy rolls up Edge. One, two, and a kick out right at 2. That's gotta be just pure instinct at this point. By the ready-to-go superstar. He's back up. Can he get himself back into this match? Edge now puts down Mr. Kennedy, and that's gonna be all she wrote. No, spoke too soon. Got 1 count on him, and he proceeds to follow with an elbow drop, tie up, into a backbreaker by Mr. Kennedy. Had he won last week against Mysterio, there would be no doubt that he can call himself the new #1 contender to the WWE Championship, but that's not the case. Mysterio stepped up his game. He's going to Washington, D.C. this Sunday to face John Cena and perhaps the biggest test today. He wanted to be in the main event. He's going to get this opportunity. Mr. Kennedy, high risk, missile drop kick off the top turnbuckle, and he is acknowledging the crowd here in New York City. Kennedy now gets caught, and Edge comes back with a counter. He's going for the cover. And a 1 count only for his trouble. And a quick 1 count yet again. One. And a quick 1 count, says Earl Hebner. Back to the cover. And another quick 1 count. Going right back to the cover again. And again with a quick 1 count.
1, 2.
And a 2 count that time with a quick 2. And back up is Mr. Kennedy. Edge gets put down on his back at the right toe kick attempt by the ready-to-go superstar. And Edge now, a little weary, didn't know where he was as he missed that standing drop kick. Another backbreaker by Mr. Kennedy. They lock up yet again. And a standing drop kick by the ready-to-go superstar. He's going for the cover 1 more time. 2. No. 2 count only. Edge right back at it. Not landing up on Mr. Kennedy here. And that's right after right there they do here red again.
1, 2.
2 counts. And frustration might be setting in on the ready-to-go superstar. And indeed he is. Kennedy comes back with a counter. Rolls him up. He is too close to the ropes. Courtesy of the legs and feet of the ready-to-go superstar. Rolls him up.
1.
And a 1 count only. I gotta wonder. Well, either one of these men, and a huge takedown by Mr. Kennedy. He's going middle turnbuckle. A little premature with the double axe handle. And a knee right into the midsection. You gotta wonder will either of these men be a part of the traditional Survivor Series match made by the board of directors. Perhaps we'll find out later on. We will find out later on today. No, perhaps about that. Perhaps we'll find out if either one of these men will be involved. It's more like it. Flying wheel kick, and over the top goes Mr. Kennedy, and Edge is on the outside. And Earl Hebner's being very lenient with the count. He's not even counting at this point. And knowing the importance of this opening match here on Monday Night Raw. And a reverse suplex, and Mr. Kennedy is taking it to the Radio Superstore. Prince Kennedy seizing his opportunity here. Domino stretch. And the Radio Superstar fights his way out. Let's see what happens here. Back to the domino stretch. Looking to wear out Edge. Stretching him out here. And Edge fights his way out yet again. And a toe kick to the midsection. And Mr. Kennedy looking for retribution. Not just from last week's loss, but the loss to this man at the Great American Bash. Again with the domino stretch. Not gonna make Edge tap out on the outside. Gonna take more than a couple of domino stretches for this. Wait! What in the hell are they doing out here? What are they doing out here?
Making his way to the ring from Canada, Ted Hall. And from Canada, David Hary Smith.
And what is Teddy Hart and David Hart Smith? They are scheduled to be in a triple threat tag team match. And what the hell? What in the hell? They out here assisting Edge. And you can't be too surprised. All three of these men are Canadian. And they are out here looking to take out Mr. Kennedy. What the hell does Teddy Hart and David Hart Smith have to do with Mr. Kennedy? They're looking to make a name at the expense of Mr. Kennedy here. And this match is officially a no contest. But David Hart Smith and Teddy Hart is looking to send a message perhaps to D-Generation X through one Mr. Kennedy. I can't believe what I'm seeing here. And gets hit with a spear. Thank you for coming, Mr. Kennedy. And again, 2 spears back to back. And you see David Hart Smith brings in that table. Let's see what else is getting in store for Mr. Kennedy here. Unbelievable way to kick off this edition of Monday Night Raw with the Hart Dynasty and a Radio Superstar looking to take out a man, if it was not for Rey Mysterio bringing his finest game, could make an argument for having a triple threat match this Sunday for the WWE Championship. But that's not going to phase Edge here. That arm breaker. And they're looking to take out Mr. Kennedy here. And Mr. Kennedy would not have none of it. And the Hart Dynasty scheduled later on to be in a triple threat tag match against Team Priceless and D-Generation X. But yet they're wasting their time out here trying to take out Mr. Kennedy. This had to be the game plan of Edge. Because this doesn't make any sense at all for them to come out here. And David Hart Smith now. And Kennedy looking to battle back. No. And Edge, he's going to set him up here. Not yet. Teddy Hart. This guy. has a couple of screws loose in his head. Edge now with a power driver. And this is what kicks off Raw. Imagine what else is going to happen here tonight for the world's most famous arena here in Madison Square Garden, New York City. That's unbelievable stuff here. They kick off this edition of Raw. And you see David Hart Smith took the table right to Mr. Kennedy, but inadvertently took our Edge in the process. Huge shot to the chops. This is unbelievable. These three aligning themselves together. And off the apron goes Mr. Kennedy, flying right onto the cold floor here. MSG. Unbelievable. They wanted to put Mr. Kennedy through the table, but he would not have none of it. And he's going to have to fight all three of them off to the point that he can just walk straight to the back. I don't think that's going to happen for one Mr. Kennedy. And Mr. Kennedy is down once again. That little teamwork right there. Edge. No penitence here. Surprised he has to go for another spear. He's already connected with two of those. And now Teddy Hart and already our Superstar collaborate on a double drop kick. And Kennedy almost put Edge through that table. If he was a little bit closer, it would have happened. And Edge now, what is he trying to do here? I don't understand his game plan, his logic here. We are 6 days away from our next CPV event, and Edge is looking to put Mr. Kennedy through a table. And that will sit well with the board of directors, especially if Mr. Kennedy goes through a table and he's scheduled to be part of the Survivor Series and traditional Survivor Series match. With SmackDown General Manager Hollywood Hulk Hogan has already made 2 matches. Well, we won't get no result from that, but still to come here tonight, the Big Show teams up with Rey Mysterio, and they will take on John Cena and Kane here tonight. Well, coming up next, new 6-man tag, M.V.P, Shelton Benjamin, and our legend killer Randy Orton takes on Jeff Hardy, John Morrison, and the Intercontinental Champion, the Animal Batista. That's next, here on Monday Night Raw. Oh my!
The next edition of Friday Night SmackDown. After last week's ambush, does the main event mafia have the number of General Manager Hollywood Hulk Hogan, or will Hulkamania run wild after Raw to Survivor Series concludes in the city of brotherly love? You don't want to miss the next edition of Friday Night SmackDown. Check your local listing availability in your area.
On the way to the ring, from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 240 pounds, Randy Orton.
Well, back here on Monday Night Raw, we see the Legend Killer makes his way to the ring, and I gotta tell you, seeing the Rated R Superstar along with the Hart Dynasty gang up on Mr. Kennedy, that's not gonna sit well with the board of directors. I can tell you that much. Here tonight, as the road to Survivor Series continue, capacity crowd on hand here in Madison Square Garden. As we set for this huge 6-man tag.
Making his way to the ring, from Sunshine State of Florida, Morgan, Jr.,
Okay, now the last time we saw this guy, he was doing a sneak attack on Christian backstage. We still don't know what's the reasoning behind that. We can only assume what took place in that 6-man tag a couple weeks ago, where MVP used that chair. The chair was being used. But in the event, there's a little hatred going on right now between MVP and Christian. And at some point, they're going to have to get it on in the ring, but it won't be tonight.
Making his way to the ring from the Tar Heel state of North Carolina, CAWFed.
And Shelton Benjamin was on that team that I was referring to with the altercation between MVP and Christian took place almost a month ago. Let's see what useful things happen here tonight. The charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy, makes his way to the ring. Makes you wonder what type of individuals the Bulldog Wrestlers is looking for to represent Monday Night Raw in the traditional Survivor Series match, because over on SmackDown, it's obvious. The main event Mafia is going to have to deal with Brock Lesnar, Goldberg, and the man that is kicked out of the Mafia 3 days ago, Sting. You see the Shaman of Sexy makes his way to the ring. John Morrison finished off his win a couple weeks ago over Cody Rhodes and won Ted DiBiase. Well, here's the man right now, the current Intercontinental Champion, the Animal. The Animal Batista makes his way to the ring. He definitely wants to get his hands on Randy Orton. Well, the last time Randy Orton was in the ring, they went against each other one-on-one. Randy Orton being victorious. There's a little payback here for a couple of former Evolution stablemates. And here we go. Trying to call this action to the best of my ability. 6-man tornado tag. That's the gold standard Shelton Benjamin MVP and the Electric Killer Randy Orton. It's looking to take out Batista, John Morrison, the charismatic enigma on a night which we will see ECW Champion The Big Show team up with the #1 contender to the WWE Championship, Rey Mysterio, and they will face the WWE Champion John Cena and the #1 contender to the ECW Championship, Kane. And a little teamwork right here. Jeff Hardy and Batista with a double suplex to Shelton. And Jeff Hardy with the early pin. 1 count only. And a single leg Boston Crab. Got Batista on the Randy Orton. And you gotta know, in some capacity, that these 6 superstars will be a part in one way, form, or fashion the traditional Survivor Series match. Not all 6 maybe, but more than half. Missile drop kick by the highest paid superstar in all the land, MVP. Meanwhile, Batista wasted no time. Continuing the onslaught here, and they only going on Randy Orton. And MVP getting involved in business that he has no business being a part of here. Single leg Boston Crab by MVP. And down goes Batista. And so does Jeff Hardy. Drop kick. The MVP. And there's action all over the place right now.
Rope break.
And it's a counter. We have Batista slams Shelton Benjamin down to the mat. And a reverse body press by the gold standard. As like I said before, you see all 6 superstars on the outside now. Hogan has made his 2. He has 2 traditional Survivor Series matches for this Sunday CPV event. And if you heard me say Sting is out of the main event Mafia, it was Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe basically made it be known that Sting is out. We set up the match. And the second traditional Survivor Series match will feature Rob Van Dam, the monster of business and a partner of their choosing, to go against the other member of the main event Mafia, Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner. As you see Batista, no, a little teamwork, double DDT inside the ring. John Morrison catches Shelton Benjamin napping. Getting back to what I was saying, Scott Steiner will be teaming up with the Alpha Male Marcus Covon and the United States Champion, the Blueprint Matt Morgan. And Matt Morgan, spine buster by Shelton. And I was about to say, Matt Morgan and Scott Steiner aren't exactly buddy right now. That's the battle for the United States title. Still continues, but they have to be teammates in 6 days from the nation's capital. Back to the action. Batista is back in the ring. Shelton pin until it gets broken out by the animal. And down goes Batista inadvertently, courtesy of the Shaman of Sexy, John Morrison. And a 1 count only. And Batista with a huge slam. Jeff Hardy ducking out of the way. And Jeff Hardy needs to slow it down just a little bit here. Gets knocked off the top turnbuckle. Double suplex. Jeff Hardy now. Up top. Little drop kick. And it connects. Broken up by the animal. Reverse suplex by MVP. Down goes the charismatic Enigma. And a hangman-like choke. And down goes MVP. Single leg Boston Crab. No. And down goes MVP and Shelton Benjamin. And there's action flying all over the place here. Jeff Hardy's going for the cover. Backbreaker by Batista as Jeff Hardy gets a 2 count. Too close to the ropes. That's Earl Hebner. Meanwhile, Batista is stuck in a mud hole in the goal standing Shelton Benjamin. And Randy Orton now, reverse body press on a charismatic Enigma. Too close to the ropes, M.V.P. And a takedown by Shelton. Shelton breaks up the pin attempt. M.V.P. now with a headlock takedown. And a series of punches to the head. 1, 2. And down goes Shelton yet again. John Morrison breaks up the pin attempt by Randy Orton. There it is again. John Morrison. M.V.P. with the save. Morrison now.
2.
And Morrison scores it! Morrison scores the pinfall for his team! Oh, lucky finish! Missile dropkick off the top turnbuckle. And that Hangman like choke by Batista. But in the end, John Morrison catch Randy Orton after bringing up the pin attempt on Jeff Hardy. Well, coming up next, Generation X, the Hart Dynasty. We're all getting on against Team Priceless in a triple threat tag team match. That's next here on Monday Night Raw. And still to come, John Cena teams up with Kane in their new battle against Rey Mysterio and the ECW Champion, The Big Show. All that and plus the announcement on the traditional Survivor Series match. Well, you see Shawn Michaels and Triple H earlier today, backstage. Let it be known, they're here to take it. Come past the crowd here in Madison Square Garden. Come on back.
This is another one. We in the club with this one. Black head, black ring.
We don't surrender. We don't wave white flag. We don't surrender. Stand here and fight back. We don't surrender. Step before this out of fan. We don't surrender. Our brother bleed. We don't surrender. We don't wave white flag. We don't surrender. Stand here and fight back. We don't surrender. Step before this out of fan. We don't surrender. Our brother bleed. I let the thing lock up. I put the fear of God in you. Stigmata. I lay your body in the water by King's Plaza. My fifth pop up bigger than Big Pop.
On the way to the ring, HBK, Shawn Michaels, Triple H.
We continue with this edition of Monday Night Raw. For a sellout crowd here in Madison Square Garden at the game, and the Hungry Kid is set for triple threat tag team action. They look forward to go against a couple of teams they're all familiar with here tonight.
And introducing the opponents from Canada, Ted, Paul, and from Canada, David, Hary, Smith.
Well, we saw these two at the beginning of the show getting themselves involved in the opening contest assisting the Reno Superstore, and I have breaking news I will share in a few moments as pertains to the traditional Survivor Series match and those three that jumped Mr. Kennedy. Well, right now we got Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase set to make their way to the ring.
And introducing the opponents from the Northern State of North Carolina, Colin, Rock, and from the Sunshine State of Florida, Ed Disaster.
Well, Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase told me earlier today they're looking to get back on track here, and it would be a huge win if they can get it over D-Generation X and the Hart Dynasty. Come past the crowd here for this one. Alright, here we go. To Tornado rules apply. Triple threat tag team match. And the breaking news I want to get to is involving those three men, two you see in the ring, and the Radar Superstars pertain to the traditional Survivor Series match. As the announcement has been made, passed along to me, as you see DiBiase trying to hang with Triple H, Shawn Michaels missing that moonsault at the top turnbuckle. In 6 days after Survivor Series, the Radar Superstar will team up with the Hart Dynasty to take on Mr. Kennedy and get this, Triple H and Shawn Michaels. Mr. Kennedy will be teaming up with D-Generation X to take on the Hart Dynasty and Edge. Now the other Survivor Series match will feature the Legacy, Ted DiBiase, Cody Rhodes, and the Legend Killer Randy Orton, and they'll be facing the Intercontinental Champion Batista, John Morrison, and the charismatic enigma Jeff Hardy. You see Triple H with that huge shot, and then running onto his tag team partner, and that's exactly what I've been talking about for the last couple of weeks. D-Generation X has not exactly been on the same page in terms of getting wins in their matchups, including losing to Chavo Guerrero and the Masterpiece for Masters. Now I say that to be 6 rumored traditional Survivor Series matches, but it's also been noted to me there's only going to be the 4 I told you about, including the 2 from SmackDown, as participants for those other 2 Survivor Series matches could not agree to team up and work together this Sunday at the Survivor Series. So those other 2 matches have been scrapped. So we will have 4 traditional Survivor Series matches, including one on the SmackDown side where we don't even know who the third man is. Getting back to the action, there's a backdrop by David Hart Smith. Meanwhile, the game Triple H is putting the boost to Ted DiBiase. And Teddy Hart is looking to hang with Cody Rhodes here. And for everything that's going on right now, you see Tim White caught up in the ropes. I think Teddy Hart, it doesn't matter to him who he's facing in the ring. Like I said earlier, a couple of screws supposed to come to Teddy Hart. I believe if you talk to him backstage, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Clothesline sends him over the top. Cody Rhodes sending Teddy Hart right over the top. In the ring is Triple H and Ted DiBiase. Let's see how this works. And Shawn Michaels in the ring was reaching out for David Hart Smith and got himself disqualified, not before delivering the sweet chant music to David Hart Smith. Let's take a look again at the replay. D-Generation X has been disqualified, and now we just have a tag team tornado match between the Hart Dynasty and the Legacy. A couple second and third generation superstars in the ring. This should be vulnerable here. One of these young tag teams will get the win here. And that's exactly what I mean. They have not been on the same page. D-Generation X, but wait. As you see, Cody Rhodes hitting the crossroads on the Teddy Hart. And perhaps Teddy Hart will think twice about thinking that he's the best. I mean, you gotta think about it. This is the same guy they called out the Unified Tag Team Champions a few weeks back, saying that he was going after the goal, it didn't matter who had it. Because a couple of those matches went to no contest. And Shawn Michaels delivering a low blow to DiBiase on the outside. Kick out by Hart. And that Cody Rhodes is right back at it again. And gets another 2 count. Here on the outside, Triple H is putting the boots on. The David Hart Smith, yeah, Cody Rhodes, and again going for a pinfall attempt. Of course, still to come here tonight. Champion versus champion. John Cena teams up with the number 1 to the ECW Championship, the Big Red Machine Kane. Big Show, ECW Champion, teams up with the number 1 contender to the WWE Championship, Rey Mysterio. And you gotta believe somehow, some way, that both of those teams will have to coexist long enough. And Dream Street locked in by Ted DiBiase, but it's fought off by Smith. Caught up in the ropes now, and over the top he goes. Still in the ring, Teddy Hart and Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes, 2nd generation superstar. Teddy Hart, 3rd generation. All 6 superstars here on the outside. Of course, DX been disqualified. You just tuning in, thinks that Shawn Michaels was reaching with David Hart Smith and inadvertently cut the referee and gave him a stun gun for his services. And Triple H, high knee match. And you know Triple H has his problems. I'm not sure if he's aware that he's going to be teaming up with one Mr. Kennedy this Sunday to take over the Rated R Superstar and the Hart Dynasty in a traditional Survivor Series match. Back in the ring, Team Priceless against the Hart Dynasty. I'm pretty sure one of these tag teams, you know the Hart Dynasty, at least Teddy Hart, is going to want another shot at Real Money Incorporated, who will meet AJ Styles and the Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels for the Unified Tag Team titles. That's Survivor Series. Dream Street is locked in again with David Hart Smith. He fights it off yet again. Look at that power. He ain't able to fight off that submission hold. And Cody Rhodes has been having his way with Teddy Hart. Teddy Hart looking to fight back. Took too much time. And a 2 count for Smith. Going right back to the pinfall attempt. And another 2 count. And Tim Wade is down. Tim Wade is down yet again. He came too quickly. He came a little too quickly there. Series of punches to the head and face by David Hart Smith. And a high scoop slam by Smith. And Rhodes now. He gets locked into the domino stretch, broken out by Smith. But there's DiBiase, the back of his tag team partner. Huge shot to the chest. And a double team backdrop. And a cover, broken up immediately by Teddy Hart. And DiBiase now does to come back with that elbow smash. Swinging neck breaker by Smith. Let's see if he gets what he wants right here. Drop kick. And down goes Smith. Teddy Hart gets caught into a reverse back body drop. Locks in Dream Street for the 3rd time. But he was too close to the ropes. Otherwise, I think Smith would have had to tap out. Three times would have been the charm. 3rd time would definitely be the charm. Has it locked in. Killer clutch. Locked in by David Hart Smith. No. DiBiase brings him down. And Teddy Hart now going to the outside. And Triple H and Shawn Michaels awaits. On the inside of the ring, they fall for DiBiase. Back in the ring. It's Teddy Hart. And a kick out at 1. And Teddy Hart is looking to steal one. Gets 2 and a quick 2 at that. Going for the cover again. And a 1 count this time. DiBiase with a full shot to the back of the head. Irish whip. Huge hip toss. Down goes Smith. He's going for the cover. 1. And on 1 count. Only. And DiBiase again. 3. He gets 3. Wearing down David Holmes Smith with 3 drain streaks would do that to one opponent. I don't care who you are. Well, let's take a look at the replay. Once DX got themselves disqualified, Shawn Michaels did. Teddy Hart with the armbar right there. On the outside, Cody Rhodes hitting Triple H with the crossroads. And Ted DiBiase in the end took down David Holmes Smith with the pinfall. What's gonna come here tonight? Big Show, Rey Mysterio will team up and take on John Cena and Kane at your huge main event and go home edition on Monday Night Raw. Come on back. On the next edition of ECW, with Survivor Series just less than a week away, the ECW Championship match is yet to be made. Or has it been made, as Raven made his case at the conclusion of last week's show? What will be decided as the road to Survivor Series concludes in the birthplace of the land of extreme. Check your local listings for availability in your area. And now, the SmackDown Rebound, brought to you by our Blogspot page. Check us out at blogspot.com. We continue with this edition of Monday Night Raw. We set for the masterpiece for one-on-one action.
On the way to the ring, from the Golden State of California, Chris Master.
Chris Masters is set to take on the Nature Boy Ric Flair, former 16-time World Heavyweight Champion. And after what took place last week in his match against Christian, when Christian let loose with a steel chair over the Nature Boy Ric Flair, you wonder what kind of conditions Flair into here tonight to compete against the masterpiece. Of course, Christian is frustrated after being hit with a chair courtesy of M.V.P. We don't know what the story is. They haven't come across each other so far here tonight. Well, let's see if Chris Masters can take advantage of an injured Ric Flair.
And introducing the opponent from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing in at 234 pounds, Ric Flair.
The former 16-time World Heavyweight Champion making his way to the ring. You know he's not 100%, but he's going to give it a go here tonight. For this sellout crowd here in Madison Square Garden, the go-home edition of Monday Night Raw. When tonight still to come, John Cena teams up with Kane to take on ECW Champion, the Big Show, and the #1 contender to John Cena's title, Rey Mysterio. That's still to come here tonight. Alright, here we go. And Chris Masters doesn't put this matchup away quickly here. He could be in for a fight, regardless of how many times he was hit with that steel chair last week. Huge shot to the chest by the dirtiest player in the game. Hits him with a long drag. And let's see if the former World Heavyweight Champion can wear down the masterpiece Chris Masters. Let's see what his strategy is going to be here against one Chris Masters. And if you're just tuning in and didn't hear the announcement, told you it's been for weeks now, the rumored 6 traditional Survivor Series matches. The announcement came tonight. There's only going to be 4. You heard the 2 from SmackDown. The 2 from Raw will see D-Generation X. As you see Chris Masters repeated punches to the head. DX teams up with Mr. Kennedy, and they will take on the Hart Dynasty and the Radar Superstar Edge. Short range clothesline does not send Flair over the top. Well, Ric Flair is looking to take down Masters. It's a fill-out process going on now between Flair and Masters. But the other traditional Survivor Series match will have all 3 members of the Legacy, Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, and Ted DiBiase, who was victorious moments ago in the Triple Threat Tag Team match, perhaps due to the fact that Shawn Michaels has the Master Lock locked in. This could be all she wrote. No! Ric Flair throw him off. Take a look again at the replay. And Ric Flair now seizing an opening here to get himself back. Locks in the figure 4. Is locked in. Could it be up? No. Masters got up like it was nothing. And a very good atomic drop by the Nature Boy. We'll get him after the announcement. There's the Continental Champion Batista, the charismatic enigma Jeff Hardy, and John Morrison will be the opponents for their Legacy in the other traditional Survivor Series match. So there's only be a total of 4. For a recap of what I just said, if you didn't catch it during the course of this match or this broadcast, go to our Blogspot page for all the details. And Chris Masters spending too much time showboating in front of this competitive crowd here. Ric Flair now. They're going to work on the legs and knees on one Chris Masters. And Chris Masters repeated punches and chops to the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Back up to a vertical base. They lock up here now. And again with another atomic drop. And Ric Flair crushing a knee into the canvas. Into a counter. Back into the Master Lock. Too close to the ropes. Says Earl Hebner. And let's see if Ric Flair can get himself back into this one. Pops right back up. Tosses Chris Masters over the top. Ric Flair is there on the outside. Doesn't get the advantage that he was seeking by going to the outside. But he gets hit with a right hand. Let's go home edition of Monday Night Raw. A hip toss on the outside by Masters, and Ric Flair will be in some serious trouble. Doesn't show right there, but he's got to be feeling it. And again, repeated hit with chairs. In his match against Christian last week. Big right hand by Masters. Has Flair staggering. But not staggering enough to deliver that arm breaker. Locks in the figure 4. And there's nowhere for Masters to go. But he finds his way out of that. And Earl Hebner's been lenient by not counting. And Ric Flair looking to find his way out of this, but not find out of that toe kick to the midsection. And Ric Flair follows Masters back into the ring. Masters now. Again! Third time! Doesn't make Flair tap because he was too close to the ropes. Pops right back up. And a forearm shot to the kidney area. And a takedown by Ric Flair. And what is Ric Flair looking to do here? To the middle turnbuckle. Gets caught in midair with a right hand. Down he goes. 2. And a kick out of 2 by the Nature Boy. That had to be nothing but pure instinct. 2. And a kick out again. That right hand off the middle turnbuckle, he's going for a double X handle. Let's see if he gets 3. No, and another 2 count. With an elbow drop, going right back at the cover. 1, 2, 3, and a masterpiece scores the pinfall over Ric Flair. Ric Flair made the mistake by going to the top turnbuckle after initially standing there. Let's take a look at some of these highlights. And you see Chris Masters locking in the master lock for the 3rd time right there. Cause Ric Flair to go down to the masterpiece. Well, coming up next, John Cena teams up with the Big Rey Machine Kane, and they will face the Big Show and Rey Mysterio. Your main event is coming up next here on Monday Night Raw. Capping this go-home edition of Monday Night Raw with this huge tag team main event.
On the way to the ring from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 243 pounds, John Cena.
The WWE Champion makes his way to the ring. He is set to team up with the #1 contender Kane. The face ECW Champion, the Big Show, and the #1 contender to his title, Rey Mysterio. And concerning the ECW Championship, I have breaking news I will share momentarily. Well, Kane makes his way to the ring, and I'm going to break this news right here, right now, as he makes his way to the ring. The Big Show will be defending the title against Kane, but now, thanks to the board of directors, Kane is not the only #1 contender. At Survivor Series in 6 days, Big Show will have to defend that title now in a triple threat match And it won't be just a triple threat match, it'll be a triple threat Extreme Rules match. And that third opponent, the man the Big Show defeated to get the title in another triple threat, Raven. That's right. He gets Raven along with Kane, but right now the Big Show is making his way to the ring.
The Big Show.
And you gotta wonder what the Big Show is gonna think when he finds out he will have to defend his ECW Championship against Kane and now Raven in a triple threat match, but now it's Extreme Rules. Every time that has been defending a triple threat match as of lately with these three superstars, the title changes hands. Will it change hands this Sunday? We'll find out then, but right now here comes Rey Mysterio.
Making his way to the ring from San Diego, California. 175 pounds, Rey Mysterio.
Well, it was at the King of the Ring when Rey Mysterio let it be known he does not like John Cena. And ever since then, he wants to be a prime-time player here on Monday Night Raw. He'll get his opportunity this Sunday. He battles for the WWE Championship. Here we go. John Cena and the Big Show gonna start things off for their team. And that's huge news that the ECW title would not be contested in a triple threat Extreme Rules match at Survivor Series. For all the news that I'm working here tonight, we'll be posting on the blog spot page at the conclusion of this broadcast. You see John Cena with the repeated punches to the head, counting to the Irish whip. Big Show doesn't follow up. He tried to, but couldn't, and gets taken down with his troubles. As I stated earlier in the show, can either one of these teams coexist? They have to, long enough in order, to get their team over with the win. And it's a 10 count going on here. Something we haven't seen all night tonight.
5, 6.
He's at 6.
7, 8.
John Cena slides right back in. And Big Show, at the count of 8, rolled back into the ring to fall into a belly-to-belly suplex. And here comes the Big Red Machine. He's probably unaware that now he will have to face the Big Show alongside Raven in a triple threat match for the ECW Championship. And working on the mix section of the champion. Big Show locks him up, puts him back down. And the Big Show is looking to send a message of his own here in this tag team main event. Once again, coming to you from the world's most famous arena here in New York City. Go home edition on Monday Night Raw. You see Kane with those right hands. Big Show fights his way out back to a vertical base. On the Big Show gets caught with a running DDT. On the Big Show, I'll make a tag to Rey Mysterio. Because if I'm Rey Mysterio, I want to be as fresh as I can heading to the CPV. Short range clothesline sends down the Big Show. And here comes John Cena back into the ring. And Big Show down on his luck here, and they're only going to this tag team main event. And another short range clothesline. And down goes Cena. Irish whip into the corner. And Big Show. A little fill out process going on here. Show now has him up. Puts him down. Cena falls flat on his face there. He comes back, but those punches pulls down the Big Show. Doesn't want to spend too much time taunting here. Big boot to the face. Gets caught with a chin breaker. Big Show. Suplex. Tags in Kane. And Cena and Kane are functioning like they definitely on the same page. It looks like it here. In and out quick tags. Meanwhile, Kane is yet to tag in. Big boot to the face. And that's how Kane has been catching his opponents as of late. And Kane and John Cena are definitely on the same page. Big Show definitely needs to make a tag to Rey Mysterio here. But like I said, Mysterio might want to head into the CPV. A fresh man has him up. Down he goes. Knocks Rey Mysterio off the apron, but Big Show came too. Not before he rolls him off. Kane is looking to become a 3-time ECW Champion. Rey Mysterio was not there for the tag. Kane now. What a backbreaker. Kane's going up top. Looking to get high risk here. And he does. Down goes Big Show. And Kane now, he's feeling it. And let's see what Kane can get done here. Big Show counters into a back body drop. And that's the opening he needed to get a tag, but he didn't go for it. Instead, was for a verdict atomic drop. And Big Show now. High heel scoop slam. Puts down. You might as well call him the cold #1 contender now. After the news I broke just moments ago from the board of directors. But directors have done it big here tonight. Pushes Kane and down goes Kane, and Big Show should have used that opportunity to make a tag. He does not. Big Show is looking to make a statement here. You know, one of these men realized that their matchup at Survivor Series has been added with another man and a huge stipulation. Extreme rules. Kane now. I think he was going for a tag. And he gets the tag. John Cena and Kane on the same page. Big Show desperately needs to make a tag. Big Show showing all his power for the time being. ECW Champion versus WWE Champion. And if you haven't already, I suggest wait. STS too close to the ropes. Gets hit with a spine buster right after that. Contact your local internet provider and let them know you want to see CAWFed Nation's next big CPV event, Survivor Series. Coming up in the corner, and Big Show now runs out in desperation. Big right hand. By the 7'4" giant, but gets taken down by the champion, the WWE Champion. And Cena now has him up. Down he goes. Attitude adjustment. One. And a kick out at one. Mysterio didn't even get involved. And Cena now tosses the ECW Champion over the top.
2, 3.
And this should have been the match.
5.
Well, Earl Hebner didn't make the count.
7.
And Big Show's coming back
8.
out.
9.
Oh, we gonna? Yes, we are.
10.
But he gets another attitude adjustment for his troubles. Double count out here. And let's take a look at some of these highlights here. Kane with a running clothesline. Cena was too close to the ropes. He hits the first of 2 attitude adjustments. But we are out of time. We'll see you tomorrow night on ECW.
New York, New York. This is a another one. We in the club with this one. Black hand from that road. Yeah. New York, New York. New York, New York. Hey yo, bad bro, fuck y'all mean. I keep 3 9s on me like I'm Gino Green, you heard? Fox hop out of the black coupe, 9s all on me, bitch looking like that boots. Raph got the hammers tucked low in the black goose. Round looking crazy, little Chanel tracksuit. Bitch, I'm known to hustle. I keep the pearl handle dilly in my Fendi duffel. Got shooters like Puma and Nut. Stick up kids that shoot like Tut. My nigga too jigger what? My nigga wonderful, I let that toolie bust. Nothing coward ass niggas with the jewelry tucked. Not I'm a gangster, baby, it's still stunt. Cops wanna talk to Fox, I know it's nothing. Buck with the paper, say they got nothing. Stand and I'm fighting, bitch, I'm not running. Still keep the ratchet on me. Pop something, I was raised by the hustlers, baby. Juju gave me my first $380. Pass me the llama. Bitches want drama with Nana. Black
We don't surrender. We don't wave white flag. We don't surrender. Stand here and fight back. We don't surrender. Step before the side of fam. We don't surrender. I'd rather bleed. We don't surrender. We don't wave white flag. We don't surrender. Stand here and fight back. We don't surrender. Step before the side of fam. We don't surrender. I'd rather bleed.
I let that thing lock up. I put the fear of God in you. Stigmata. I lay your body in the water by King's Plaza. My fifth pop up bigger than Big Papa. I'm in the kitchen, I'm whipping a thick product. I'm in the hood holding it down. If Fox pop off, we be holding the ground. Told homie I ain't joking around. I treat beef like my dick when I'm pissing. I be holding it down. I aim, then I fire. In your chest probably. I got the work right here. F Poppy. I lay your ass dead in the lobby and left sloppy. I'm popping a tech shotty. Yes, I'm ahead of my time. So if you believe in reincarnation, in my letter probably you left me your next body. Yes, Aki, bang, nigga, we the gang. I got dope, all you need is a needle and a vein. Cook crack, all you need is a kilo and a flame. Your favorite rap ain't nothing like me, though, here lame. But we gon' game, and I got a mean old team. See me on Jamaica Airplane, we so quaint.
We don't surrender. We don't wave white flag. We don't surrender. Stand here and fight back. We don't surrender. Step before the side of fam. We don't surrender. I'd rather bleed. We don't surrender. We don't wave white flag. We don't surrender. Stand here and fight back. We don't surrender. Step before the side of fam. We don't surrender. I'd rather bleed.
New York, New York, New York. This is another one. I be in the club with this one. Black hand from that road. Yeah. New York, New York. New York, New York, New York.
We don't surrender. We don't wave white flag. We don't surrender. Stand here and fight back. We don't surrender. Step before the side of fam. We don't surrender. I'd rather bleed. We don't surrender. We don't wave white flag. We don't surrender. Stand here and fight back. We don't surrender.